The big palace of the Ettoria family was full of music tonight. Bright lights hung from the ceiling like tiny suns. Rich people in fancy clothes walked around talking and laughing. They held glasses of expensive wine and smiled at each other. Everyone was there to celebrate the birthday of Victor Ettoria, the richest man in the whole state. Victor Ettoria stood in the middle of the room. He was a tall man with a loud voice. He liked to show off his money. Tonight he had a mean smile on his face. He was looking at a young woman who was cleaning glasses in the corner. Her name was Serafina. Serafina wore a simple gray dress. It was her work uniform. She was not a guest at this party. She was a servant. Her job was to clean up after the rich people and make sure they had everything they needed. But Victor had other plans for her tonight. "Listen, everyone," Victor shouted. His voice was so loud that all the people stopped talking. "I have a fun game for you all tonight. Do you see that girl over there?" He pointed at Serafina. "If she can sing one song, just one song without making a mistake, I will give her $1,000. All the people laughed. They thought this was very funny. A servant girl singing? How silly! Serafina felt her face turn red. She wanted to run away, but her feet would not move. Everyone was looking at her now. But these people did not know Serafina's secret. They did not know about her hidden gift. Friends, if you like stories about people finding their strength and showing the world what they can do, please like this story, share it with your friends, and tell us what you think. Your support helps us tell more stories that make people feel good. Serafina had a very hard life. Her parents died when she was just 16 years old. They got sick and could not get better. After they died, Serafina had to take care of her little sister Emma. Emma was only 10 years old then. Serafina worked many different jobs to get money for food and a place to live. She cleaned houses, washed clothes, and worked in shops. She never had enough money, but she never gave up. Every day she made sure Emma had food to eat and clean clothes to wear. But Serafina had something special inside her. Something nobody knew about. When she was a little girl, her mother used to sing to her every night before bed. Her mother had the most beautiful voice in their small town. She taught Serafina all the old songs, happy songs, sad songs, love songs, and songs about hope. After her mother died, Serafina kept singing those songs, but only when she was alone. She sang when she cleaned houses. She sang when she walked home from work. She sang when Emma was sleeping. Her voice was even more beautiful than her mother's had been. Sometimes Serafina would go to the old church when no one was there. She would stand in front of the big empty room and sing as loud as she could. The sound would bounce off the walls and come back to her like magic. In those moments she felt free. She felt like she could do anything. So when Victor Ettoria made his mean challenge, he did not know he was talking to someone with a gift that could move people to tears. The rich people expected Serafina to say no. They expected her to run away. Even Adrian, Victor's son, looked worried for her. Adrian was different from his father. He was kind and quiet. He did not like it when his father was mean to people. But Serafina did not run away. She put down the glass she was holding. She took a deep breath. Her heart was beating very fast, but she felt something strong growing inside her chest. For the first time in a long time, she decided to be brave. The piano player in the corner looked confused. He did not know what to do. Then, slowly, he started playing a soft, beautiful song. It was an old song that everyone knew, but no one expected what would happen next. Serafina opened her mouth and began to sing. Her voice was like warm honey on a cold day. It was soft and strong at the same time. The words of the song filled the big room and touched every person's heart. The rich people stopped laughing. They stopped moving. They just listened. Serafina sang about love, about loss, about hope, and about dreams. She sang about working hard and never giving up. She sang about taking care of the people you love. Her voice grew stronger with each word. The room was completely quiet except for her singing. Some people had tears in their eyes. Others had their mouths open in surprise. No one could believe that such a beautiful voice was coming from the servant girl they had been laughing at. Adrian watched her with wonder in his eyes. He had never heard anything so beautiful in his whole life. When Serafina finished the song, the room was silent for a long moment. Then, everyone started clapping. They clapped and clapped. Some people were crying. Some people were smiling. Everyone was amazed. Victor Ettoria stood there with his mouth open. He had wanted to embarrass Serafina, but instead, she had shown everyone how special she was. He had never heard singing like that before. But Serafina did not wait for praise. She did not bow or smile at the crowd. She simply picked up her cleaning cloth and went back to work. She had proven herself, but she knew that applause did not pay for food or rent. After that night, everything changed. Word spread quickly about the servant girl with the amazing voice. People started talking about her all over the city. Some people came to the Ettoria house just hoping to hear her sing again. Adrian tried many times to talk to Serafina, but she always found ways to avoid him. She thought he was just being nice because he felt sorry for her. She did not think someone rich like him could really care about someone poor like her. But Adrian did care. The night he heard her sing changed something in his heart. He had never met anyone so brave or so talented. He started learning about Serafina's life, how hard she worked, how she took care of her sister, how she never complained even when things were difficult. One cold night, when snow was falling outside, Adrian came to Serafina's small house. He knocked on the door and waited. When she opened it, she was surprised to see him standing there in the snow. "I need to tell you something," he said. "Your singing that night, it was not just beautiful. It showed me who you really are inside. You are the strongest, most amazing person I have ever met." Serafina wanted to close the door. She wanted to protect herself from getting hurt. But something in Adrian's eyes made her stop. "I do not care about money," he continued. "I do not care what my father thinks or what other people say. I care about you. I want to know you. I want to help you and your sister. I want to be part of your life." Serafina started to cry. For so long, she had been alone, fighting every day just to survive. She had built walls around her heart to keep from getting hurt. But Adrian's words broke down those walls. She invited him inside. They talked all night long. She told him about her dreams, her fears, and her hopes for the future. He told her about his life, how lonely he had been, and how her voice had awakened something in him. From that day on, they were together. It was not easy. Victor did not like it at first. Other rich people talked and said mean things. Serafina sometimes worried that she did not belong in Adrian's world. But Adrian never left her side. He helped her find better work. He made sure Emma could go to a good school. He treated Serafina like the treasure she was, not like a servant. Slowly, people began to see what Adrian saw. They saw Serafina's kindness, her intelligence, and her strength. They heard her sing at charity events and community gatherings. Her voice brought people together and made them feel hopeful. Even Victor began to change his mind. He saw how happy his son was. He saw how Seraphina made everyone around her better. He realized that true worth was not about money or fancy clothes. It was about the goodness in a person's heart. 1 year later, in the same big room where Seraphina had first been laughed at, she and Adrian got married. She wore a beautiful white dress that sparkled like stars. Her sister Emma was there, smiling and proud. Even Victor was smiling as he watched his son marry the woman who had captured his heart with her voice. The same people who had once laughed at Seraphina now celebrated her. They had learned that day that you should never judge someone by their clothes or their job. Everyone has something special inside them, waiting for the right moment to shine. Seraphina's story became famous throughout the city. People told it to their children and grandchildren. It became a story about courage, about not giving up, and about how love can change everything. She showed everyone that it does not matter where you come from or how much money you have. What matters is the strength in your heart and the courage to show the world who you really are. Friends, if this story made you feel good, please like it, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and tell us what you think. Together, we can share more stories that remind us to be kind to each other and to never give up on our dreams. Now I want to ask you something. What special gift do you have inside you? What makes you different and amazing? Please tell us in the comments. Your words might help someone else feel brave enough to share their gift with the world. Seraphina's story teaches us all that no matter who you are or where you come from, you have something special to offer the world. And when your moment comes, sing your song with all your heart.